Hi everyone, so this is Super Milk in the Nishiki markets in Kyoto. Specializes in J-pop, soul, rap and hip-hop, and I found 3 records that I really liked. The Japanese first press of Funken Teleki versus the Placebo Syndrome. It's my favorite Parliament album. This is the Japanese first press in fantastic condition. Hank Mobley with Donald Byrd and Lee Morgan. It's a mono repress from the early 90s. There's a little bit of damage on the obi, but other than that, it's wonderful. And then I can never walk past this record. Remain in Light, one of the best albums of the 80s. Fabulous copy, Japanese first press. These are my pickups from Super Milk. And here we have the second shop that I'm visiting in the Nishiki markets. This is called Poco a Poco. Let's have a look. Let's see. As is typical with these shops, you tend to go down into a basement or up into the second or third floor. And you can already see boxes of records. Okay, so I just spent about 45 minutes in Poco a Poco, and it was much more successful than Super Milk. It's an absolute jungle of a shop. There are just boxes everywhere. It is, thankfully the owner came and helped me, and I found some really interesting things. I'm going to start with these. So they had a new wave and kind of a indie box, and I found 2 Japanese first presses of People and Construction Time Again by Depeche Mode, and the Japanese first press of Lou Reed's Transformer. So they're kind of interesting, but not the most interesting. For that, the blues, jazz, and I call maybe fusion section was by far the most interesting. So Champion Jack Dupree, US first press of Blues for Everybody, and then it really starts to get interesting. The second movement, Eddie Harris and Les McCann. He was playing this in the shop when I went in, and I was like, what is that? And he showed me this, and I just bought it immediately. I think it's a US press on the Atco label. Now look at this, talking about US. The US first press of Falling Off the Edge of the World by the Easy Beats. Now that's a new one on me, I'm quite intrigued. They had a really interesting Blue Note section, and the purchase from Blue Note I got was this, Anthony Williams. I think it's called Lifeline. Sam Rivers, Bobby Hutcherson, Herbie Hancock, Richard Davis, Gary Peacock, and Ron Carter, and Anthony Williams on drums, of course. So that's really interesting. I've never heard that record before. They had a really cool P-Funk section, and I found this here by Godmama, which is produced by Bootsy Collins. Completely new one on me. Lovely reggae section too, and the pick of the reggae section for me was the Japanese first press of Arise by the Abyssinians. Sorry, not Japanese, Jamaican first press of Rise by the Abyssinians. And then 3 kind of soul funk records to finish. I always, every time I see this label, HDH Analog Collection Limited Edition, I buy it. And this is even more amazing. This record, The Politicians by McKinley Jackson, is one of the best funk records, kind of funk soul records, and it's still sealed, which is awesome. This one I didn't know they played it. It's open house at my house. Loved the sleeve, Little Johnny Taylor, kind of classic soul sound. And then my absolute favorite find, still in the shrink wrap, US first press of Puzzle People, The Temptations, 1969 psychedelic soul. Really excited to play this. Has one of the best Beatles cover versions of all time. Their cover version of Hey Jude, track 2, is pretty astonishingly good. Hey Jude. So, really successful. Poco a Poco. Quite the find here at Nishiki Markets in Kyoto. Hey Finbar, what have you been helping me do?
Record shopping with my dad.
You've been helping me record shop. And what do you
cameraman.
want to do? You've been cameraman. What do you want to do now?
find the new Taylor Swift album.
And where are we going?
Jet Set Records.
To try to?
Find the new Taylor Swift album.
Let's see if we're successful. Well, Finbar, how did we go? What does that mean?
Not good.
Not good. What happened?
Jet Set Records was trash.
Just because it didn't have Taylor Swift?
And also nothing I recognised.
Oh dear. Oh well, we'll try again tomorrow. All right.